there, this is Alex, W3JAG.
And David, N3ADE.
We're both members of the Montgomery Amateur Radio Club, working on a project to help wounded warriors get more involved in amateur radio. You can see some of our other videos on this subject by going to our YouTube channel. Just type W3JAG in the search box at YouTube and it'll take you right there.
Ham radio is a fun activity, while at the same time providing a valuable service to the local community in times of emergency, when emergency communications are vital. It does not require any particular strength or stamina, and in fact, most hams operate their equipment and transmit worldwide from the comfort of their own homes. Yes, I did say worldwide.
Several weeks ago, when I was speaking to a veterans organization about our project, one of the attendees asked if individuals with limited arm movement could use our equipment.
That's a great question. To answer that question, I've put together a short demo that showcases a basic amateur radio setup with some alternative ways to operate a radio.
That's terrific, David. Take it away.
Thank you. I mentioned, Alex, that there are many ways to compensate for arm and hand injuries when operating ham radio. But first, let's talk about a typical setup and basic operation. Very, very basic personal radio, handy-talkie, operation switch on the top, and then you have to press the button some way and you get the transmit light, which means you're on the air. This isn't any different than personal radios that you've used in the military or possibly for civilian law enforcement, that sort of thing. The problem is while you're transmitting, you have to hold that button down the whole time. Even with an accessory, this unit comes with a earbud accessory or earphone for one ear. Can be worn on either side. And it has a push button here with a microphone which operates the radio. You can see the red light is on, so I'm transmitting. Okay. Also, the radio has a voice operated switch option, VOX it's called, and that's nice, but it can be dangerous. Suppose you're in one room and you have your radio on and you're shouting into the other room and whatever you're shouting is going over the air, and you really didn't want that. An example might be a noisy command post and someone is providing or giving directions that could be classified and you have your mic key, a lot of that information is going. Or if you have Vox on, whatever they say is going out over the airway. Not recommended. A more typical setup would be the 2-meter mobile rig. What you heard there was one of our club members checking in on the air. Here's the antenna. This is mobile mount. Can go in your car. You can run this off your car battery, or if you're at home, you can run it off a power supply. Again, this has a microphone which you can hold to your mouth, but you must press or hold down that push to talk button. And we'll try this. N3ADE to KDW, over. N3ADE, no response. Okay, he's not answering. But anyway, when you press the push to talk, you have to hold it down during the entire transmission. So that can be a limitation if you're driving or you have other physical issues that might be a problem. So, do you want to talk about alternatives to push to talk? All right, there are devices on the market that can help you, and then there are old devices that can have a new life. For instance, this is a microphone that's really an antique. It's 40, 50, maybe 60 years old in some cases. I got a good deal on it off eBay. It's called an astatic microphone. I took out the guts, put them on the shelf, and rebuilt it so that it would work for a push-to-talk switch. The nice thing about this is all I have to do is press this bar down, and I can key the microphone. So I can press that bar down with any part of my body, and I can hold my mouth next to the microphone, and I can transmit. And there's the repeater calling back. What basically that is, a repeater means that I have an advantage with my small radio is I can talk at low wattage, I can reach a repeater, and then the repeater rebroadcasts what I say out to a wider geographical area. Sometimes under the right conditions, you can do 50, 100 miles or more, but with the repeater network, you can actually say talk from here to West Virginia somewhere very, very easily. You just need a radio and access, be able to get into the repeater, so it works fine. So anyway, this is one example of a microphone that you could have. This sits on the desk by itself. It can be keyed off of this, or you can actually build a pass-through box like this, and you can add jacks for the microphone function and for the push-to-talk function. So what I have here is I have a mobile rig set up where I can take this and I can put it in my car, and I can put this on and have the microphone close to my mouth, and I can drive the car comfortably this way. I tape this to my gear shift lever, or Velcro it actually, and so when I press the button, you can see it here, when I press the button, the radio keys up. Let's see, we can get a beep. When I press the button, the radio keys up and comes back. So without having to take my eyes off the road, I can talk on the radio very comfortably. This was an off-the-shelf microphone, very inexpensive, very easy to do. Now I'm sure you're all looking at this monstrosity here, wondering where I got this. This is basically a repurposed foot switch from the PS2 game Rock Band. It's nothing more than a lever with a magnetic switch and a plug. I made no changes to this whatsoever. Just took it off my son's game, plugged it right into this box, and it worked fine. Now, this allows me to transmit by just depressing this. Let's see. I can depress this and I get repeater feedback. I can use other parts of my body to manipulate this, so I don't care this. I can actually even use it as a real foot switch and put it on the floor with an extension cord. And it could go in a vehicle if you had a standard, or rather you had an automatic transmission. You could operate the radio with one foot and operate your brake and accelerator with the other. So there's no reason why that wouldn't work as well. Okay, now my third device over here is a little bit different. What this is something I built to help me park, and basically, oh, you got some traffic there. So basically what this is, I don't know if you can see the laser here, you can see it on my hand. This is just a visual indicator that I'm close enough to the device to key it. Now this is made with very inexpensive off-the-shelf parts, and when I bring my hand into a certain point, I get enough voltage to key the laser, and this would also work as a PTT. So I could have my push-to-talk that's just based on position or proximity. So there are a lot of ways that you can build devices to do that. Any of these devices can be adapted to operate the PTT on a handy-talkie. People at the club, your owners, they do this all the time. They work on this as much as possible. So, and one more thing, I've ordered the parts, but they haven't come in yet. I want to build a head-mounted PTT switch, which is either going to be a headband, it could be a baseball cap, it could be mounted to your glasses, it could be an ear clip, any of that, so that by just inclining your head slightly, you can key the radio, and it wouldn't interfere with line of sight or anything else that you might be doing at the time, so it would be very easy to use. Now, as soon as those parts come in, I plan to put that together, and perhaps we can do a subsequent video to demonstrate that as well. That's all I have for today's demo. For getting or making such these devices, you should go to your local amateur club for help. If you can't find a local club in your area by doing internet search, then go to the ARRL website. That's www.arrl.org, and click on the clubs link. Ideas are always welcome. Please tell us what your needs are.
And you can always contact us by leaving a message on this YouTube site. We answer all our messages, and we really want to hear from you. So anyway, remember, there are no limitations when it comes to ham radio. Get involved and get your family and your friends involved. And remember our wounded warriors. So thank you for your time. This is Alex, W3JAG.
And David, N380E,
Signing off for now.
73 to all of you, which means best wishes for you and yours.
Thank you.